com. New at 6, hundreds converged on Trinity Episcopal Church this afternoon to celebrate the life and legacy of former Virginia Supreme Court Justice George Cochran.
Cochran died Saturday at the age of 98, and today WHSV's Janelle Lilly spoke with those who knew Justice Cochran well about his impact on the Valley and the state. Janelle.
Well, Val, Justice Cochran was known as a quiet, thoughtful man who invested his life in the community, and his legacy of community service continues even after his death.
In honor of Justice George Cochran, flags across Virginia are being flown at half-staff, as they are at the Frontier Culture Museum, where he's remembered for his support. Museum Director John Avoli says much of the museum's success can be traced back to Cochran.
Justice Cochran was one of the founding fathers, if not the father, of the Frontier Culture Museum. He was instrumental in acquiring, first of all, the land which it sits on.
He also helped acquire some of its major exhibits, including the European settlements.
Of his background of European ancestry, this is him. When you look at the Scotch-Irish farm and the English farm and the German farm, this is what made up the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. And George Cochran was probably the Shenandoah Valley.
And hundreds of Valley residents honored that legacy at his funeral in Stanton, where they praised his life of generosity.
He served others, his country, his state, his community, and those in need.
And the family of Justice Cochran chose to give one more gift to the museum. They asked that donations be made in his honor, which the museum will use to fund field trips for Title I schools that otherwise couldn't afford to visit.
I know that Justice Cochran used to come here all the time, and he particularly liked seeing the school children come here. His face would light up when he drove up and saw buses out in the parking lot.
And Avoli says with the tight budgets in school divisions across the state, more and more schools are applying for financial help from the museum for field trips. And memorial contributions like this one will help make memories for a lot of those kids. Mel.
Thank you, Janelle. Justice Cochran and his wife Lee received the Outstanding Virginian Award in 1990.